Hi, this is Beth with All Ray of Light, here for a daily card pull and message. And I'm back to the creator cards again by Jean Tinder, just because I want to. And I pulled a really contemplative one that, this beautiful mandala, but it's, will you allow your life to change? Will you allow your life to change? And will you give up control of the process? Very often the answers to your prayers are in the opposite direction from where you expect them to be. And I think it's a very powerful question to ask. You may a lot of times talk about wanting your life to change, being frustrated with your life, or sad about your life, or depressed about your life, or angry about your life, and really wanting it to change. But will you allow it to change? And will you let go of how you think that should look? I'm going to read this next part because I think it's powerful. When it is time for the caterpillar to find his freedom as a butterfly, it would not serve him to simply make more money, have better friends, and improve the life that he already has, for then he would only be a bigger, better, greener caterpillar. And that's very powerful because we often want the surface change, the couple of inches change, the gloss change, the slap the paint on it change. But if we really want true change in our life, it's much deeper than that. It's not just about having more of something or having easier of something. It is about a total transformation. He may not know it yet, but the answer to the longing of his heart will require a total change of every aspect of his existence. For that butterfly to be the caterpillar has to completely be eradicated. It has to go through that process. It doesn't get to be half caterpillar and half butterfly. It has to completely surrender to the process of transformation. When you choose to wake up to who you truly are, your life may change in ways you never expected and can barely imagine. And if you've ever gone through any kind of deep transformational experience, or a spiritual transformational experience, or psychological transformational experience, you can probably agree with that no matter what you thought it was going to look like, it is completely different than what you could even have imagined. And sometimes we don't even give enough, our imaginations aren't big enough to imagine what that transformation is going to look like and what we are going to be out on the other side. And the final two questions are, will you allow? Will you allow? And how deeply will you trust in the divine wisdom of life? Because this thing about transforming our life, we have to get out of our own way. Sometimes you don't get to be half in, half out. When you give birth, it's not a half in, half out experience. When you change dramatically, radically, it is not a half in, half out experience. It's just, if you do that, it's just like you've slapped that coat of paint on. So will you allow that change? Will you allow the transformation in your life? So the guides are just kind of asking that we sit in contemplation with that. I mean, and from the guides' perspective, there isn't a wrong answer. My experience with the guides and angels isn't them judging us. It's them loving us and maybe help guiding us and giving us energy of support and love. They don't ever give like a timeline of this when I read for other people. It's always just like a lovingly said experience of support, but it is very much, they want us to continue to grow and to transform and to open our hearts. That's why we're here. We're here for the physicality of that experience and the contrast and the just that contrast that we have here. So the allowing is important. Allowing that deep transformation means getting out of the way, kind of putting aside what you think it's going to look like, and almost like giving up a control, because your brain is going to want to try to maybe make it easier. But deep transformation requires, I think, deep allowing. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well, and blessings.